journey, and it's my journey, basically, but I think it's also a journey that we all kind of share commonalities in. This one is titled, How Does It Feel to Be? And so basically, the idea for me for this piece is disconnection. I came here from El Salvador at the age of 8, and have been living here. And it wasn't until I was in taking some classes at City College of Mesoamerican art and architecture that I started really realizing about the indigenous culture that really thrived in El Salvador. And it wasn't until I took that class that I started asking questions of my own family to find out of my own past in that sense. And so in finding out about that my grandmother was Judeo, and I took a lot of pride in that, but it also made me kind of sad, because it made me sad in the sense that although I feel pride in the sense of being connected to that, there's a disconnection too, in that sense. So hence the split, but also it's also just the sense of travel in time and place again for me, and the sense of I tend to think of our experiences here being of the two kind of motions that are kind of going on here, falling down and then trying to get up. And so that's kind of where the idea came from, is that as we move through life, we go through stages in that sense that we fall down and we try to get up. We're disconnected, but then we try to reconnect. And so it's just this constant pull that we're kind of going back and forth in. The butterfly, or the butterfly images here, was taken from a picture that I found, and it's basically a place in Mexico where butterflies, monarch butterflies, go and pass. And so they're usually found on the floor, and they're just kind of laid out, you know. So I wanted to take that idea of death, but also the beginning of where they start their journey in some ways, and where they wind up, and the changes they go through, the disconnections and the connections they might find. So a tree, you know, is kind of a symbol for me about just the roots and the passage of time. And so it's a lot of different kind of threads that are involved within the piece, but it's mostly just about change and accepting change, but also accepting that everything doesn't have to just change in a certain way, that you can still find that reconnection or try to reconnect in some ways. It's not going to be perfect, but there's always that moment in time that you can try to find that. You know, and I think that that's the idea for that. And you know, so like I said, these are both of these pieces are about personal journeys in some ways, and so but by default they become a little bit universal, because like I said, everybody has gone through these moments that I've explained in that way through their life in that sense, and we all kind of, you know, are always trying to figure out how we want to make ourselves a little bit better, or how we want to change a certain thing in that way. And so it's more about just thinking about that, but also just trying to reconnect to what I